Hi and welcome to another Read by Red video. Today I'm going to be reading some r/PettyRevenge, which is always so much fun. Okay, let's get going. Don't mess with bilingual tourists or else. This happened in my college days. Me and my siblings were teenagers, so me and my family went to the US for a vacation in the summer. We specifically wanted to go to Disney California Adventure Park, since we were old enough for the rides there. Since it was summer, the theme park was jam-packed. I was with my two siblings and my aunt. As we were waiting in line for a ride, since we haven't seen our aunt for a long time because she and our uncle live in the US, and we last saw them many years ago, we were telling her stories about home. We were also laughing. In short, having fun catching up. And also we were speaking our native language, since we were just talking to each other, and my aunt misses speaking our native language, since she's been living in the US for decades. As we were having fun and catching up, I noticed a group of teenagers behind us laughing, and it's obvious they were laughing at us and imitating our language, and they were even pointing at us. I can't remember what they were saying because they were whispering to each other and then laughing. I told my aunt and my siblings what they were doing, and she just told me to ignore them. But they continued to laugh at us. So my aunt told us that we continued to talk our native language, loud enough for them to hear, and look at them and laugh profusely, then back to talking to each other, and then looking at them giggling. They stopped. Lesson learned. We can understand you, but you can't understand us. So don't make fun of us, or else you never know if we're talking crap about you already. I don't know if that was petty enough, but the looks on their faces made our entire California adventure trip satisfying. I don't understand people who get upset with people speaking a different language other than the language they speak, because unless they're trying to talk to you in a different language, it's none of your business. Like, didn't your parents teach you that eavesdropping was rude anyway? Okay, here is the next story. Won't change the loo roll, sweet wifey. Tomfoolery shall commence. This is a short and probably tasteless tale of a husband who just had enough. I'm not normally vindictive, and after 20 years of marriage and bringing up 3 gorgeous and independent kids, I'd learned when to choose my battles. My poor wife, God bless her darling heart, has had to deal with sharing an ensuite bathroom with her ape of a husband. I'm 6 foot tall and 120 kilos, a formerly gorgeous, also I've often been reminded by my ring bearer, muscle and sinew. Okay, I'm a fat bugger nowadays, but I'm going to change this year. Hopefully. Whilst we share the bathroom, the vanity, the toilet, and the shower, the one thing my wife doesn't like to share is the loo roll changing responsibility. That, apparently, is all down to me. This was not something we agreed to previously, not something discussed like adults over a nice cup of tea. This has been solely decided upon by her. This lovely nurturer and predominant raiser of our children has honed the art of leaving one square to dab her lady parts down to a fine art. I will stumble into our bathroom at 5 AM of a morning, thus beginning my morning ablutions before heading off to work, and lo and behold, there is 1 square on the roll. My body is already upset about stirring from that wonderfully comfortable bed and is now reaching evacuation status, as is its wont at that time. I now need to waste precious time bending over, please don't fart, to retrieve a fresh loo roll from inside the vanity. I try to keep a 3-roll minimum in there, ready to assist with the cleanup on aisle 5 after I've dropped the kids off at the pool. It's not fun, and after the umpteenth time of this happening, it just clicked in my head this morning. I've had enough. Why is it always me? Why can't she do it? When did she become the boss and I her lackey? Before anyone says anything, I know who's the boss in our house, and it's me, when she's not home. This morning I decided enough was enough. I left her 1 square where it was. I got a new loo roll out, cleaned my unmentionable parts down under. When I was finished, got up off the throne, washed my hands, and promptly placed the new roll and the 2 remaining loo rolls from under the sink on top of the wall cabinet. My darling wife is 5'2" and cannot reach anywhere near the top of the wall unit. She also wakes up a lot later than I do. In fact, I'm normally just pulling into the office when she heads to the bathroom of a morning. This morning I received a lovely text just as I sat at my desk. I could tell she had put much thought into her response. I looked down and saw, "You wanker. Looks like I'll be making dinner tonight. Totally worth it." Okay, I don't think anyone really enjoys changing the toilet roll. but it's such an easy thing to do. Here's the next one. Roomie steals my things, so I cleaned her toothbrush. I was around 20 at the time, female. I had 3 female roommates, about the same age. I didn't really know 2 of the girls well, called them roommate 2 and roommate 3. But I was roomies with roommate 1 the previous year in the dorms, and we had a decent friendship. Anyway, at this point we'd been living together for about 7 months, and hadn't had any huge issues. Out of nowhere, the dishes start going missing. 75% of the dishes were mine, and the other 25% were roommate 1's. Obviously, we questioned roommate 2 and roommate 3. Well, they told roommate 1 that I was stealing and hiding dishes. Why would I steal my own dishes? And roommate 1 believed them. No matter how compelling I was, she just did not believe me. After this, roommate 1 took all her dishes to her room, so now the only dishes in the kitchen were mine. They continued to go missing, and I kept questioning my roommates on their whereabouts. They told me they weren't taking them to their rooms, but they would use them and then put them in the dishwasher. I was getting pissed at this point because over half the dishes were missing. I was sick of it and hatched my own little plan to find my dishes. I had to work on Christmas Eve, so I stayed at school at the time instead of going home. The 3 roomies all went home for Christmas break. I was in the apartment for about a week by myself, and I was very determined. Roommate 2 never locked her door, so that's where I started to search first. Found no dishes. On to roommate 3. I had to pick it with a credit card. After a few minutes of searching again, no dishes. Finally, I went to roommate 1's room and picked the lock again. After only 2 minutes of searching for my dishes, I found them stashed under her bed. Then I found all the silverware in her desk drawer. After even more searching, I found some of my missing necklaces, tops, a pair of boots, and even my USA Women's World Cup jersey. That was the last straw. That jersey was very important to me, and she knew how upset I was when I couldn't find it. My parents had gotten it for me a few years before this, and then we got to watch the World Cup Final 4 game in Toronto. All I saw was red. I put all of my things in my room, then I went back to roommate 1's room. I covered her pillowcase in my spit, knowing it would dry before she came back. I cut open her pillow at the seam and put some dirty underwear inside, then sewed it shut. Got the undies from the dirty bin in her room. And for my final act of revenge, I took her toothbrush and shoved it right up my butt. Oh, that's gross. Ew. Each room had their own bathrooms. After they came back from break, I told them I bought new dishes. My parents got me a whole new kitchen set, but I'm keeping them in my room, so whatever dishes were left in the kitchen, they were free to use. I can't tell you how much pleasure it brought me to see roommate 1 every day, knowing she was brushing her teeth with a toothbrush I shoved up my keister. She never said anything either about my dishes, just kept acting like we were friends and we were fine. Okay, I have to say, I really hope that she didn't use that toothbrush, because that's really disgusting. And also, if she did, who goes away without their toothbrush for a week? Like, yuck. Does she not brush her teeth? Ew, and why was she hoarding the dishes? It's so... She obviously needed some help, that woman. Yeah. Ew. Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed that r/PettyRevenge, read by me, Red. Please give the video a like. And don't forget to subscribe in case you haven't already. Because I'm sitting here making videos while my neighbors are randomly banging on their floor above my head, and I need your appreciation for the struggles that I'm going through. Okay, sorry. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate it.